while you're still on the hunt for a man.
I was a selfish bitch in my marriage.
Why is having a boyfriend embarrassing now?
I've given up on men.
So you're almost 40, yes. And you've never been married, no.
What if the biggest change in modern dating isn't who people are choosing, but what they're no longer willing to tolerate? Why are so many people saying their standards have changed? Are men becoming less willing to accept unhealthy relationships? Or is everyone simply expecting more from each other? Stay with us until the end because the final reason behind this dating shift might surprise you.
So what I'm telling women is, do not, if you want a family, if you want a husband, do not allow yourself to get to a point where you hit that wall. You are 37, you are looking in the mirror, whatever age that is, and you see a different face and you see your youth going away from you and you start to panic and you can't find yourself in the mirror. Don't let that be the case while you're still on the hunt for a man, or you are going to feel inadequate, depressed, anxious, and rush in to do something toxic to your body to compensate for that. If women just listened more to what people like me are saying, and in your 20s, instead of burying in the career stuff and burying in everything else, you acknowledged the reality that what you have is going to go away. The fertility, the youthful beauty.
Modern dating feels very different than it did just a few years ago. Across social media, more people are saying they're setting stronger boundaries and walking away from relationships that don't feel right.
No one talks enough about how hard it is to let go of the guy who you love and who loves you. And there's so many beautiful blessings in the relationship, and yet you just know deep down that they are not your forever person. And you go through it hoping that that feeling goes away and that the love takes over and that everything works out, because you've never been treated this way. And it's so much of what you've prayed for. And yet it teaches you about self-trust, and that choosing yourself, no matter what the outcome, is always going to be in your favor, because it's not fair for you or the other person to silence that voice inside.
Many men say they're becoming more selective. Instead of chasing every opportunity, they're looking for respect, trust, and genuine compatibility.
I made the extremely tough decision to leave my husband last year after being with him for 21 years. We were married for 8 years. And my ex-husband is not a bad guy, wonderful father. But there were some things that would send people into orbit when I would tell them things. Like, number one, and I'm not exaggerating, my ex-husband did not tell me that he loved me. That sends people into outer space when I tell them that. That was something that I accepted, we'll call it accepted, but now I see it as settling. I had accepted this about him, but what ended up happening is years and years and years of what I will consider emotional neglect, unintentionally. I began to resent him, and there's a few videos that I want to make of things that I've learned, especially with us coming up on 1 year divorced, and what I learned about divorcing the good guy and what a villain that makes you, how hard it is on your kids. I just want this to reach someone going through the same thing or thinking about divorcing the good guy. And if you have questions, if you have concerns that you have for yourself or your kids, drop it in the comments. I'd love for somebody to ask me something, because I feel like my story can help somebody. We're going to start here.
Women are making similar choices too. Many say they're also refusing to settle and are waiting for partners who share their values and long-term goals.
I was a selfish bitch in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a selfish bitch. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted. He seriously rolled out the red carpet for me. He was sweet, kind, generous. He told me how much he loved me 5 times a day. He told me how beautiful I was every day. If he'd wake me up in the morning, because he knows I love massages, wake me up rubbing my shoulders. He'd rub my feet every evening while we were watching TV. If I said, for example, oh, I'm craving a Dr. Pepper, he'd be like, okay, let me go to the corner store and get it. He adored me. He was amazing. Like, on paper, it's what every girl wants, seriously. And yeah, I took it for granted. And now I lost that, right? And I carried a lot of guilt because I caused it. That's my biggest regret in life, is not saving, the whole family aspect. The grass is not always greener on the other side, ladies. It's not. I'm good now. I feel great. And he's super happy with his girlfriend. And honestly, I could not be happier for him, because he deserved to be loved and cared about and respected, as he should have always been. So I'm so happy that he's happy. Anyways, what I'm saying, ladies, the grass is not greener on the other side. If you have a good guy, take care of him. Take care of him. Trust me, there's nothing good out in these streets. He seriously set the bar. He set the bar. And ultimately, what I always wanted, I had all along. So we have good right in front of us, and we don't know how to take care of it.
Dating apps have changed expectations for everyone. Endless choices, ghosting, and mixed signals have made many people more cautious than ever before.
I've given up on men. I'm resigning 2025 over and out. Men are just a constant disappointment. The more time goes on and the more experiences I have, I genuinely feel like I will be happier on my own. And do you know what it is? I just feel like for me to be with someone, they've got to just bring something extra, no drama.
Financial pressure is another major factor. People are thinking more carefully about commitment while focusing on careers and long-term stability.
When I tell you that I have zero interest in dating ever again, I mean that. Like, there is not a single thought in the back of my mind that thinks, oh, maybe one day, or what if. Like, I've dated enough men on the spectrum of good guy to doesn't give a shit to know that they have nothing I want or need. And it's at the point where I can't even imagine myself on a date with a man, because the thought of asking him how his day was makes me cringe. Like, number one, I don't care. And number two, if you tell me it was bad, I'm going to assume you deserved it. Like, that's where my head's at. And I know people think I'm projecting when I talk about how happy I am to be single and free, but as long as there are women and girls who are forced into marriages or who feel like they can't leave for financial reasons or their own safety, I feel like being single as a woman is the ultimate privilege. I just don't know what a man could provide me at this point. Like, companionship, like I have my dog and my friends. Intimacy, like are they even good at that? If you've never been in a long-term relationship before, you might not realize how fast that shit fades. Who's gonna take care of you when you're older? I am so focused on eating healthy, rarely drinking, lifting weights, that hopefully I can take care of myself for as long as possible. But beyond that, I invest in my friendships where we look out for each other. And how many men do you know who are excellent caregivers, especially to older women? I actually have so few problems now that I don't date. Like, I'm way less anxious. I spend less on therapy. My pH is balanced. The thing is, being with a man will always include some sort of compromise. And if that's what you want, power to you. For me, I never want to compromise again. And I don't have to when I'm on my own.
Social media has also raised expectations. Constant comparison can make healthy relationships seem ordinary, even when they're exactly what many people want.
So you're almost 40, yes. And you've never been married? No. And you don't have kids? No. And you don't want to have kids? No. What have you done with your life? Well...
Dating can be so frustrating. We could be talking to multiple guys, and guess what? End up with no one at the end. Some guys are just not capable of taking the lead of just being like, let's go out, let's do something. Instead, they'd rather just be like, oh, I'll see you there, because they know you're part of this organization or you're part of like this group or whatever, that you go on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. Like, what happened to real men courting women? Like, I want that man. Like, I want my husband to be capable of saying, hey, I want to take you out, let's go this day. If I say I can't make it that day, be like, okay, what about that day? There's always a way around it, and we can always communicate to make sure to make things happen. And nowadays, guys, if they hear we can't, I'm busy, but like, how about another time? And for them, it's over. Like, it's just like, okay, I'll see you around. Like, what is this?
Why do you think so many men feel like the dating game is stacked against them right now?
God,
Men are continued to be persuaded into selecting women who are signaling for short-term dating. And the reason that I say that is men, and this is proven across time, across cultures, they have discernment around short-term dating and mating versus long-term dating and mating. And the reason that that's important is women now, with the cultural changes, with feminism, with the influence of empowerment via promiscuity, they're all signaling for short-term mating strategies. And so men are attracted to these women. They'll sleep with these women. They certainly will come, but they don't stay. And so women say that they want long-term partners, and the expectation of men is to be everything that a long-term mate would be, but they're not signaling the right things for men to commit to, nor would they want to. And so now it's making men the enemy for not wanting to commit to women who are not up to the standards that men have when it comes to choosing a woman to commit to long-term. And so the confusion and the frustration for men is that there are not many viable mates as far as options when it comes to somebody that they could actually settle down with, commit to, and build a family with. And so the frustration for men is valid. They're not confused, they're wise. And women can either continue to attack men and say that they shouldn't have standards, or they're insecure, or they're controlling, or they're whatever they want to label them, to deflect any level of accountability or awareness around maybe their behavior or the way that they present themselves or how they carry themselves or their history with access and sexuality is not at all what men actually want nor look for when it comes to a woman to settle down with.
One noticeable trend is that more people are choosing to walk away instead of forcing relationships to work. For many, protecting their peace has become just as important as finding love.
You know you've leveled up and you healed when you gather the courage to end it with a good guy. And let me elaborate. قد في منا بيكونوا بعلاقة مع حدا شخص كتير منيح، شخص عن جد كتير منيح، بيعقد. But deep down we know إنه هالشخص منه مناسبنا. But we stick around because he is that good guy, that great guy, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about someone you're in love with, like someone you deeply, deeply love, but you just know you deserve so much more. He's a great guy, but there's an intellectual gap between you two. He's a great guy, but you've never felt more lonely having a conversation with him. He's a good guy, but you don't have the same interests. He's someone you're madly in love with, but you have to sometimes make yourself a little bit smaller for him to be able to grasp you. He is a good guy, but he lacks ambition in the categories you care about. In my opinion, ending it with the good guy is a big, big form of self-love, and it really reflects your self-worth and what you think of yourself, and that you are fully leveling up and ready to level up. I really think that maturing is realizing that it's so much better to feel lonely by yourself than lonely with someone else, someone siphoning your energy and your time.
Does that mean romance is disappearing? Not at all. It may simply mean people are becoming more intentional about who they invest their time and energy in.
Why is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? Because the women are evolving so much and the men are falling behind. Forget about a good man, even a normal decent guy is rare nowadays. I don't know about other countries, but in China, especially in the big cities, more and more women are choosing to stay single, not getting married, not having kids. I live in Shenzhen, half of my girlfriends are single by choice. They're very focused on improving themselves financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, all about having a great life. They're funny, kind, energetic, you just love being around them. But when you look at the men around us, at this age, if they are already balding or sticking out a beer belly, it's a win. And not to even mention the moment they start talking. It makes you wonder if this is 1949. And also, as someone who's being intentionally single, I have found so much joy and fulfillment in other aspects of my life. My family, friendships, content creation, career, traveling, time with my dog. Love comes in many forms. I don't believe there's something you must get through a specific man. So a few days ago, I was in Tokyo for the Oasis concert, and after that, me and my friends, we traveled to Mount Fuji, cycling around the lake. So looking at the beautiful scenery, I was thinking to myself how lucky I am to experience this with my friends. Life is great, but I never came across my mind, oh my god, I wish there was a man by my side. Like, it doesn't seem that necessary. So my approach towards dating and romantic relationship is very realistic nowadays. Unless being with a man adds significant value to my life, I think it's better for women to stay single.
The dating world is evolving quickly. Whether you agree with these changes or not, they are shaping how millions of people approach relationships today.
So let me pick up where I left off. Fellas, you keep saying I'd rather stay single. Women are too much. I don't need the headache. I get it, but let's be real. That is crap. You don't actually want to die alone with a freaking gaming console and a fridge full of frozen pizza. You don't, because guess what? Biology doesn't lie. Men and women were designed for each other. That is masculine and feminine polarity. That's not just some TikTok buzzword. That is nature. That's why when you're with the right woman, everything in your life sharpens. Your drive, your purpose, your discipline, everything. Now, sure, being single is easy. No drama, no compromise, no responsibility. But easy gets old. The hookups get boring. The soulless sex gets depressing. The silence in your house starts getting loud. And then what? You're 40, 50, 60 years old. Nobody by your side. Nobody in your bed. Nobody to build with. That is not freedom. That's failure. Here's the truth. Men need women and women need men. That's a beautiful balance. That's order. That's how we're wired. The problem, though, is too many men give up before they figure us out. They throw their hands up like it's too complicated instead of leaning in and cracking the damn code. When you do crack the code, life gets great. You get respect. You get loyalty. You get passion. You get peace in your home and fire in your bedroom. That's not a bad deal if you ask me. That's a jackpot. So stop lying to yourself that staying single forever is the move. It's not. Master your woman. Don't run from her, because the man who figures out his woman is the man who truly wins at life.
Now we want to hear from you. Do you think modern dating has made people more selective, or has it simply encouraged healthier boundaries? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos like this.
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest